We got a problem.
Right, welcome to the video, guys. So today the Daily Express are reporting that the Brexit Party are set to storm to a massive victory in the Peterborough by-elections when voting takes place on June 6th. This follows the recent news that the Brexit Party are leading the general election polls for the first time, with the two main parties in complete disarray. Now let's take a quick look at the article and analyse what this poll might mean and whether they will win the Peterborough by-election or not. The headline reads, Brexit Party to storm Peterborough by-election. Shock graph shows Tories and Labour nowhere. The article continues, Peterborough heavily backed Nigel Farage's Brexit Party in last month's European elections, and this graph predicts voters will follow suit in next week's by-election. The former Labour MP who held the seat was removed from her position as MP on May the 1st after she was convicted of perverting the course of justice. She was found guilty of lying to police to avoid being prosecuted for speeding, and a by-election was prompted in Peterborough to elect her replacement. The vote will take place on Thursday, June 6th, as I said earlier, and it looks as if the Brexit Party could clinch its first seat in Parliament, ousting the Labour opposition. Now, in the election, Peterborough voted overwhelmingly in favour of the Brexit Party, securing 16,106 votes, more than twice that of runners-up Labour. Now, Labour's 7,272 votes was closely followed by the Lib Dems with 6,491 votes. So even if you combine Labour's and the Lib Dem votes, they still wouldn't quite catch up with the Brexit Party's votes. So, yeah. The Brexit Party's success in the EU polls has made Mr Farage's party the clear favourites to win the upcoming by-election, with bookmakers Ladbrokes having them in front with odds of 1 to 5. Now, Mike Green, the local businessman who has switched to support from Conservatives, is the Brexit Party's candidate in Peterborough vote, hoping to be the first party member to get to Westminster. God, that'll cause some stir if it does. Now, following the Brexit Party's winning 29 seats in the European elections, Mr Farage has claimed he could win the next general election if the Conservative leadership candidates fail to deliver Brexit by the end of October. As I said in my previous video, that is definitely a possibility if they continue to do what they're doing. He told BBC Radio 4 Today programme, if we don't leave on October 31st, then we can expect to see the Brexit Party's success continue into the next general election. Mr Farage's prediction has since been bolstered by the latest general election voting poll, where his party topped the vote for the first time. The opinion poll asked voters how they would cast their ballots at the next Westminster election, and 26% said they would back the Brexit Party, which goes to show that the Brexit Party are an actual real force at the moment with the current uncertainty. Now it continues, Labour were 22nd with 22%, with the Tories set to come in third with just 17% of the votes. Despite Mr Farage's vocal ambitions to win big at the next general election, an aide close to the outspoken Brexiteer understated their chances in the Peterborough by-election. They said, we do not have the data that you need to get your vote out, but we'll give it a shot. In contrast, Labour and the Conservatives have been canvassing since the Labour MP was found guilty in December, in the expectation that a by-election would be held. So what do I think about this? Well, it's no surprise that a Labour MP was ousted. Doesn't surprise me, prosecuted for speeding and trying to lie about it. Well, that's it. I expect you tried to call the coppers a fascist. That wouldn't surprise me. Everyone else is a fascist to Labour. Now, it remains to be seen on Thursday if the Brexit Party will win. Obviously, polls don't always show, but the last polls for the European election showed that the Brexit Party would win, and they did win. And as the article says, in the European elections, Peterborough voted overwhelmingly in favour of the Brexit Party, securing well over double the votes. More than, as I said when I was reading the article, more than both Labour and the Lib Dems combined. So, yeah, I'd say they're going to win it. I would put money on it that they're going to win it. And as like I said, the candidate is a Conservative supporter who has switched over to the Brexit Party, which seems to be a common theme among Conservatives these days, and stands a good chance of actually getting to Westminster. Now, it's only one MP, obviously, but one MP is better than none. and it reinforces their legitimacy. So that's only a good thing. You add one MP to 29 MEPs, and yeah, they definitely have a stake. He can definitely have a say in Parliament, although he will add to a very minority amount of Brexiteers in Parliament. Sorry. And as for a general election, which is what they go on to after, I've said already he could win a general election if it carries on. If we don't leave the EU, then yeah, he could easily win an election because people will just get sick of it. And if people see that the Brexit Party is polling really high in the general election, they'll go with that just so they can get some clarity. Because the longer we remain in this limbo that we're in, the country loses money. That's a fact of life. It costs money for every day, every hour that Brexit's not sorted out. Uncertainty is not good for the financial markets and things like that, which is what our currency is really based on. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know what you think of the Brexit Party's chances in the Peterborough by-elections. Do you want them to win? Do you think they will win? Don't forget to leave a like and share the video, as it helps the channel a lot. Engagement is the key on YouTube these days. And I'll catch you all in the next video.
Man's gonna kill this shit. You'll need SWAT and medics too. Off with the contract credits due. Punchline king, I'm ahead of you. A&E's where you're heading to. Whip is green, but the lights are blue. Bars are shit, take the mic from you. Heating up cheese, I don't like fondue.